Alright, so welcome to my screen, and this is EUAUD. I'm trying to see if I can get a nice swing for the year. I want to swing this pair for the year for a very long time. So I want to check. I'm actually checking through all my pairs if I could get any pair that I can swing to target 1000 pips. I want to pick a trade and target 1000 pips, not on gold but on currencies. For you to get 1000 pips, it has to go a very long way, but on gold it's very simple to get that. So looking at euro AUD, in the monthly time frame, you see that price has been very bullish, from a series of higher highs, higher lows, and then we failed to create another higher high. The price has created a high low. That is not a higher high, it is a high. So now let's look at something. Where is price coming from? Now if you are seeing these things, you could easily spot where price has been making this turnabout and creating all these higher lows, but then that's not a concentration. That's not where you are going to concentrate on. We are looking at where price is coming from currently, and you could see that price is coming from a level somewhere around here. When you switch to the weekly time frame, you can see why I mark this. This is at A level, and price over here, price broke structures to the downside, we broke structures to the upside, and this is where the phase of this bearish movement stopped. Okay, market was bearish at this point. You could see that we had break of structure to the downside, and then over here price created this equal low and broke structure here, the last high. Finally, two times breakout, price broke above here too as well. So as price has done this, it gives us the clear indication that the market is going to be bullish. Now what did we see afterwards? Price became bullish on sideways, trading in the sideways. So price was bullish. We had price making a confirmation of the trend. At this point, price came all the way to tap in here and went to the upside. Now a break of structure to the upside. We had this break of structure to the upside. Now after we got a break of structure to the upside, there hasn't been any impulsive movement to make a retracement. So we saw all these retracements coming down, but then you could not tap into this particular level. Now our next point we are looking at is this zone, to pick a trade from this zone. But then let's use the Fibonacci to check the movement and price retracement levels. Okay, so using the Fib, you can see that the 50% fall in line with where I want to pick my trade, and there is a 78.6. All these levels are very important levels that price can reverse from. Now for now, I'm going to look at price reversing from this level, because you're having a compression to the downside. This is a compression to the downside. So since I'm having this level as the 50% level, I want to focus on the closing price of this, and then I have to use this particular level. Okay, so that's why I mark that. I did this because of how I trade my concepts. So I'm waiting for price to come inside this region, then I look for a buy to correct all this compression. We need a continuation. Now we have had an impressive bullish movement, you have a correction, then we should have continuation to the upside. Now there is one form of my strategy where I see the three phases of the market. Whenever you have a bullish movement, so the first one is when you have impulsive movement to the upside. The second thing that has to happen is the correction. So the correction phase is where you have all this falling channel, falling wedge, and then the rest. And then after the correction, you have a continuation. So sometimes it's like this: an impulsive movement to the upside, then you have a correction. That's where we get all the chart patterns. Then price finds something here, then it breaks above all these correction phases that you may get in the chart pattern. So the next movement is the continuation phase. So currently I want to see a continuation phase from here after we get this correction done, in this correction being broken above. So that is what I am going to look out for the year 2026. So I want to write this. Maybe I'll deposit some small amount of money just for this trade, like $20 or $50. Okay, just to swing this trade. But I'm not going to enter blindly. I'm not going to enter blindly on the weekly time frame. Still, the market hasn't gotten to my desired area, my POI. So I'm waiting. Let's come to the weekly daily time frame. So let's zoom it up and let's find a correct entry for our swing point. So this is where I want price to mitigate from. So the moment price touches this level, I'm going to look for a confirmation on the 1 hour and then enter. Once I enter, I am not closing this trade until whatever will happen to it. But if I get any other opportunity, without selling, any other buys, I may enter. But then my first trade, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to hold it till price finally breaks above this level, breaks above this high. I want to see price breaking above this high. So let me delete this and make it clear so that you all can see what I am doing here or what I'm expecting. So let me clear almost. We have a liquidity build up for this. So once price taps in, I wait for confirmation on the 1 hour, then I enter. Once I enter, I'm looking at price going above this high. So let me draw my trend lines or my chart pattern. Now it's not complete, so I cannot mark it properly, but then in whichever way it may form, something like this. Okay, as it completes, we already have where we want to get our entry from. We want to see price bounce, reject from this particular level, then before we look for our entry. So right afterwards, we can quickly look at this trend downwards, and then after a break of this trend to the upside, then we can jump in. So when you come to the 1 hour time frame, let's see. So on the 1 hour time frame, you would want to see price break above this trend line. Then that will confirm the trend for us. This will confirm the trend. So as price breaks above this trend line, that's going to be a good confirmation that price is going to go to the upside, and then we can swing more. So you can as well look at the 4 hour time frame. Now let's look at the 4 hour time frame to give us some precise. So the 4 hour time frame is lit and it's okay like this. So we want to see price come up to touch this level. Then you want to get a confirmation, and then now you go all the way for 1,000 pips. Now let's look at this high. If you are reaching this, if you are targeting this high alone, how many pips you will be getting? So this high alone is 900. That's impressive, 900 pips. So coming to the blue line will give us 1,200 pips, but then we are targeting just 1,000 pips. We are targeting just 1,000 pips for 2026 on this particular setup, EURAUD. If this level fails, then we are going to target this zone and still target our 1,000 pips. We have 2 entry points, but the main concentration is on this particular level. All right, so see you. Make sure you deposit your $20, and then let's try this. Either $20 or $50. You can use minimum lot size like 0.02 or 0.03. Then we ride this for a very long time. Happy trading. Trade wisely.